Hey, everybody. Iceman's mom here, and Ice is awake. We just got done with his brunch, so he chilling. But as you can tell, it's Cozy Couch Talk Day. So I got my cover. We chilling on the couch. He's occupied. Let's talk sleep training. It sounds weird to say training, like training your baby to sleep, but hey, it's what you're doing. If you want some time back to yourself, to, whatever you want to do, clean, me time, Netflix and chill with your significant other, you might want to sleep train your baby. Now, it may not work for everybody, to each their own. Everybody's different. But for this mama and my husband, we needed to find a routine, because just letting him do what he wanted was not working, because then we weren't getting any sleep, and by the time we got some sleep, he was waking up for the next day. So that wasn't gonna work for our sanity. I'm not gonna talk about all the methods because I don't use all of them. I use one, and I don't want to speak on things I don't know about. The only one I'm gonna speak about is CIO, the cry it out method. That's what we use. Now, I was going to start his sleep training when he was 6 months, which would have been next month. But Daddy ripped off the Band-Aid on that one. It was like, no, we're starting now. So Mama had to put her big girl panties on and just start. But I can say I'm grateful for starting when we did, and he's doing really well with it. As far as how the cry it out method works is one, routine, consistency. That is the only way you're going to get this down pat. And ironically, we had the snowstorm and been snowed in and not going anywhere. So it was kind of like the perfect time to hash this out, try it out, and see if it would work for him. Because like I said, it may not work for every baby. Some babies may be more stubborn. Some babies like him may be actually do well with it. So we went and got groceries right before the storm hit at Sam's Club, and then after that we've been inside ever since. I don't even know what day this is. I stopped counting. But what happened was, I was going to start one of the other methods. I think it's called Fibber. Not really sure how you say it. It's like Ferber. And it's more like a cradle. Like, you let them cry a little bit, and then you comfort them, and then you let them lay down and go to sleep. And that, ironically, I was starting that night that he ripped the Band-Aid off. So we was on the same page with sleep training, just he wanted a different method than I did, and his method worked a little bit better. I kind of put mine in there somewhat. I'll explain, but for the most part, the cry it out method works for him. It's going to be harder on you as a parent, more than it's harder on them, because I don't know about y'all, but hearing him cry like he's like somebody's like killing him breaks my heart. Like, I start crying when he's crying, because it's like, no, my baby, I just want to comfort you. Why you give me this? It's your book. It's your sheet book. But yeah, so as far as the name is explanatory, like, it's the cry it out method. So our routine is when he first got here, he would typically fall asleep a little bit around 11. So that's what I had just stuck to. Whatever he wanted to do, and he would kind of fell asleep by 11, but he would be up and down. And I started with that 11 o'clock as the bedtime, and then I built a base from there, working up. So he was in bed by 11, in the tub by 10, and fed dinner by 9 o'clock. So during the day, he takes his naps, he plays, he eats, and then when those time frames come, it's just continually doing that order. 9 o'clock, let's eat. 10 o'clock, bath time. 11 o'clock, time to go to bed. I think by day 2, I moved it up. Normally they would say move it up like in 15-minute increments. I just, We ripping band-aids off, let's move it up an hour. You're not gonna notice. So instead of 11 o'clock being his bedtime, 10 o'clock became his bedtime. And then 9 o'clock became bath time, and 8 o'clock became dinner time. And so far, that's what I've just been staying with because that works for me. I don't know if I'm going to change it up higher where like he goes to bed by 9. I probably should, but 10 works for me. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and you know, I'm a night owl and whatever. So I don't know. That's just been working for us. I would say the best night he's had, he slept 9 hours. So from 10, he slept 9 hours, didn't wake up till like almost 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. So that works for us. And then he has his morning bottle, and he normally goes right to sleep within 20 to 30 minutes after that bottle, if not immediately if he's super tired. And then he's up for the day to play and do what he's doing now at 11 o'clock. Like I said, routine and consistency. It's going to be rough the first couple of days. I would say the first 2 days he cried, and we looked it up. It doesn't do any harm to him to cry it out. No long-term effects or anything like that. It's literally just making him tired and teaching him to self-soothe. Because as long as he's had everything he's been fed, he's been bathed, his diaper has been changed, he's had everything he needs. Babies, it's like they don't need to have those in the middle of the night bottles. My pediatrician is the one who also recommended that we start, like, he didn't recommend the sleep training, he recommended the weaning him off of night feeding. So we did that way before we started this, and it works because he's now 5 months. He'll be 6 months in like a week or two, and he doesn't need that middle of the night bottle anymore. He should be able to sleep 6 hours on his own without needing a bottle. And if you continue to do those middle of the night bottles, you're gonna get a 12-year-old that's waking you up at like 2 o'clock in the morning talking about I'm hungry. And yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. So we did the weaning off the bottle in the middle of the night, and now he does sleep through the night. Like I said, those first couple of days are gonna be rough. He cried for, it says they'll cry for a minimum of like 40 minutes, and that seems like a very long time, but it goes by pretty fast. It was rough on me. Like, I'm watching him on the monitor in the bed crying. You telling them? Like, yeah, she made me cry. I was crying right along with them. My husband like, you okay? You need it there? I'm like, no, my heart just hurts. But yeah, so I say the first 2 days he cried for 40 minutes. Like, I timed it. I would like look at the clock when he started crying and look at the clock when he would like pass out. But after day 2, I don't know if he's just a fast, I don't want to say catcher orner. That's not really a word, but he caught on very fast. And by day 3, he went from crying from 40 minutes to crying for 10 minutes. And then by day 5, he only cried for like 2 minutes and was out. So it worked very fast for us. And like now, actually last night was the first night he did not wake up to cry. He would like wince, like, you know, make a little whine in his sleep, but he did not wake up at all. He did an 8 hour. In the 8 hours that he was asleep, he did not wake up to cry. So to each their own. If you want to try it out, I read my article on all the different methods on what to expect. That's how you feel? Yeah. That's how you feel? Is this what you want? You want that? You drop your book. But yeah, so you just have to read through there, see which ones you want to try. For me to explain how I kind of fuse in that other method where you cradle them. So he eats at 8. He's on solids and bottles now. So he has his 4 ounces of food. I top him off with a bottle if he's still hungry, but I don't give him as much. Bottle alone, he's at about 7 to 8 ounces. But when he has food, the food is about 4 ounces. So I only give him 4 to 5 ounces with the bottle, typically just 4 because he never completes the whole 5. I don't make the bottle as thick. I water it down a little bit. So if it is 5, it's like, what is it? 2 scoops, 5 ounces, versus making it even where it'd be 4 ounces and 2 scoops and it'd be a thicker bottle. After that, I let him play in his little play area so he can, use the bathroom and all of that. We take our bath. I usually wash him up immediately, wash his face, wash his hair, and then after that, I let him sit in the warm water and play with his toys, just like, soak and get really, really relaxed. And by 9:20, out of the tub, we're in his room on the changing pad, new diaper, powder, putting on the PJs, oiling his hair. And then after he gets oiled down, we have a story. So I pick a book, we read the book. He's a little fuzzy because he's getting sleepy by that time, so he's just like and trying to fight it. But I read him a story. After that, we come sit right here on this couch and watch his dad play the game or watch a movie or whatever until my alarms go off and tell me that it is 10 o'clock. Now, this is where that method comes in. I see he's getting sleepy, so I begin to soothe him and rock him. So he's getting sleepy, so I'm normally sitting here doing this, and he's normally like cradled into me and starting to fall asleep. I've noticed that if he does that, I try to get him sleep by 10 o'clock. Most people would say don't have him completely sleep that way when you put them in the bed, they that's the self-soothing thing and they can fall asleep on their own. I haven't had any problems with that. If I rock him to sleep in my arms and put him in the bed, that actually is better than putting him in the bed, he's awake, and then he just scream it out. I mean, it's better on me mentally because like I said, when he cry, I cry, but both of them work for him. But I've noticed that he's getting sleepy, so I rock him, and then once the alarm goes off and it's 10 o'clock, I walk him into his room. I turn on the mobile and I put on the white noises, and I have another toy that one of his aunts got him, and I turn on that one for white noise too because the mobile times out, the portable one doesn't, and so that one will go all night after the mobile goes off. And I put him in the bed, and he's usually asleep, and he like will move a little bit, but he's out. So like last night, he fell asleep actually at like 10:50, and I just still rocked him, and not 10:50, he fell asleep at 9:50, and by 10 o'clock he was out in my arms. I laid him in the thing, and I did not hear a peep of him till 7:30 this morning. It was lovely. I woke up like, wait a minute, did he cry? Like, I don't remember waking up because I always wake up when he cries. I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. But that's what we do. That is our method. Like I said, he's taking very well to it. And the cry it out method's harder on you than it is on them. But we're doing really well. I think he's getting sleepy from all the food he just had. What did you have? Pineapple and pears. Yeah, and then I gave him some organic apple juice instead of a milk bottle, formula bottle. Somebody getting sleepy. You sleepy? Yeah. And as you see, I don't have to really pick him up. That's also I've noticed that with doing that, he does self-soothe kind of for his naps as well. He will sometimes want me, but he goes to sleep very quickly. But if he is getting tired and I flatten this boppy and lay it in the corner of the sectional and lay him down, once I put him on his side, he's out. So sometimes I hold him because, I got to get my cuddles in while I can, because it's going to be a day when he don't want to cuddle with me. But for now, he's such a little sweetheart, and it's doing really well. So I recommend it. To each his own. Don't come for me. Choose what you like. That's just what's worked for us. If you have any questions, definitely put them down in the comments. If you have any topics you want me to speak on, put that in the comments as well. Comments as well. Like, any and everything, any suggestions you got, put them down there, because I'm definitely looking for other things content wise. Let me know if you like this concept for the comfy couch talks. And other than that, until next time, I do have another video coming. It has nothing to do with babies. So what I'm thinking is, you know, channel's still new. We have our mommy and me section. We have our comfy couch talks. I'm thinking about adding, you know, some self-care mommy content. Let me know if you want that. I'm still gonna post the video, but I have gotten some new products that I use for self-care, as far as like taking care of my skin and, you know, just things that help me feel good. So just want to put them out there for other moms if you want to try or whatever. But definitely going to be posting that video soon. I just have to make the content and edit the video at this point, because I pre-made some of it. But let me know if that's something y'all would like. But someone's getting sleepy, so I'm about to help put him to sleep, and then I'm about to go make me something to eat, because I haven't even ate yet. It's 11:50. I'm hungry. He's out. Love it. Alright, till next time, guys. Love you. Bye. Just hopping back in here. As you see, put him in the corner of the couch, and he is out with his buddy Nala. They're both sleeping. It's nap time. I do leave, if I don't leave the bright light on, I normally open up the blinds and the curtain so that he knows that it's daytime, so I don't confuse him. That way his naps aren't too long. He typically sleeps for like 2, almost 3 hours, because as they get older, their naps become longer, but I never let it go past 3 hours. That way his nighttime isn't like sacrificed, if that makes sense. But he's out, so yeah, about to go make me something to eat. My stomach's talking to me. See you guys next time. Mama finna eat. Mama finna eat. I got pretty toast and he sleep. Mama finna eat. Mama finna eat.